Hello, my people. I am back. I know this is like an overdue part 2, but we're still doing it. So, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for your support. If you're new here, my name is Shubi and perfume is what I talk about. So, if you haven't gotten to watch part 1 of this series, you need to. I'll put a link down below where you can find it, because now we're doing part 2. So before we start talking perfumes, I want to say congratulations to somebody on YouTube. I think I saw on her channel that she started her channel in March of this year. And guys, what do you know? She's hit her 1,000 subscriber mark. And this is Sasha. Her channel is called What Are You Wearing with Sasha? So Sasha girl, congratulations. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep going. Your videos are really good. So this is one person that I watch. And when she's talking perfume, it's like she went to school to study this thing. So there's few of those people on YouTube. So there's like Sasha and there's Angel Lately I discovered just now, but just the way she describes scents and she talks about it, it's like a story and you are glued from beginning to end. So Sasha, congratulations. Angel, love your stuff. Keep on keeping on. What else did I want to mention? Oh, okay. So I do watch Karina Wardron a lot. And so in one of her videos, she talked about the Chloe Ting challenge, and I guess I watched that like 2 weeks ago. So before then, I didn't even know who Chloe Ting was, like what planet am I on, like really. But anyway, so because of Karina, thank you, I discovered Chloe Ting and I managed to download some of her workouts, and I thought I could also do the 2 weeks ab challenge, which I started. Like the first day I downloaded, I did for 4 days straight. But when you are unfit like me, like it's so grueling, you guys, you can't believe, you will sweat buckets. That's what happened to me. But I haven't done it in the past 5 days, only because I haven't been feeling too well. I have been having headache attacks. But when I'm good and ready, I'm going to start from scratch, and I just won't stop at 2 weeks. I will stop when my tummy gets flat, because I'm the type of girl that wants to wear crop tops and pretty skinny jeans, and I can't because my midsection is just not pretty. It's so flabby, like it's so annoying. So I need to work out and work on this tummy and just be able to wear, a nice t-shirt and my tummy will look flat. Right now it's not flattering at all. So if you haven't checked out Chloe Ting, please go on and do it. It's just about, for the abs, it's just about a 10-minute workout, but well, good luck if you will be able to get to the end of that 10 minutes. So guys, anyway, let's get into the business. Why are we here today? We're talking Gourmands and Orientals in my collection. So even today I picked out 10 fragrances. I guess that's where my Gourmand and Orientals end. Do I do this in any particular order? Okay, so the first one I want to mention is, I'm going to mention this because this is my favorite, like top 20, top 10. This is like the topmost fragrance right now for me. This is like my favorite. It's the one I'm loving so much right now. Oh, before we go any further, I got myself a glass of some juice. So there's a bit of whiskey in there, some raspberry juice, ice cubes, goes down, because you're talking so much and for so long, like my throat just gets patchy. So today we want to just keep it nice and moist so that this voice projects so clear. Delicious. So anyway, I'm going to start with my most favorite fragrance at the moment, and this fragrance is I don't want to drop my pot. This is Pure Excess. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but this is Pure Excess by Paco Rabanne. And guys, I love this so much. Before I got this, like Olympea was one of those scents that I thought was like wow, like this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. But when I discovered Pure Excess, this is like my topmost love. This is the love of my life right now. We're having a blissful relationship. So this one is quite intriguing. I know some people might not find it as complex or as nice or as intriguing, but to me it is. I saw when I was watching one of Sarah May's videos, somebody commented and said you should try Pure Excess, and I was so happy because they commended it to her, and I said, I am so glad you mentioned this fragrance because not so many people talk about it. So she went out and ordered it, and when she got it, she wasn't impressed. She didn't like it. I was so bummed. I was like so disappointed. I was a little bit upset because I'm thinking like, who would hate this fragrance? Like for me, this is my #1 recommendation to my female customers. This is my #1 recommendations to men that want to buy their woman a fragrance. This is like my #1. This is how infatuated I am with this fragrance. So it's long lasting. It's more kind of like in the same family as Candle by Jean-Paul Gaultier, which I'm going to mention later on. This one, the good thing is, even if you're not a perfume connoisseur or not like into the notes, right off when you spray this, you will smell that salty popcorn. Believe me, it's there. That's the first note that you get. So this one, apart from the popcorn, what does it contain? So I'm reading some of the notes from Fragrantica. Let's see. Pure Excess. So this has got vanilla. It's a sweet fragrance. It's got savory notes, and savory, they mean like salted popcorn. It's woody, yellow floral, powdery. So for me, yes, there's a little bit of powder in there. Like when you just smell it off the nozzle, you can smell that kind of bit of powdery in there. I can't discern any other notes. All I know is that it's sweet, it's savory, and it's a bit powdery. This will last you the whole night. This is more cold weather appropriate. I can't really say if you can wear it in warm days or warm weather because I haven't tried it, but it's cold nighttime fragrance, lasts a long time. It's beautiful. I am in awe of this. Believe me, like this is my jam. So after this one, we're really not going to, follow any order. We're just going to keep talking. So next one, I would want to mention Good Girl. This is by Carolina Herrera. This needs no introduction, guys. This one, like everyone knows this scent. So the sad part about this is I keep getting my clients coming over and they're saying, can I just smell your Good Girl? Oh, you have Good Girl. Can I just see it again? Can I just reacquaint myself with it? And I don't know if they're mishandling my bottle. And guys, look. My heel is loose, like it's almost coming off. This is not good at all, but the scent still remains the same. When I first discovered this fragrance, I had about three to four bottles, like just for myself, so that I don't run out. But I've gotten to a point where I don't want to have multiple bottles of one perfume. I want to, I sell off and I replace, I sell off and I replace with something different. So Good Girl is, each time I'm like, oh, I'm also going to sell this bottle. Each time I smell it, it just smells so good. I don't even want to get rid of it. So Good Girl. What is in Good Girl? So this is an Oriental floral. It's got white florals, warm spices, it's sweet, it's balsamic, it's got cacao, and it's aromatic. So yes, the white florals are there. The cacao, yes, cacao is more like cocoa, so probably it will give off the same scent as chocolate. And what else do I smell? I do smell the sweetness. So with this one, some people do complain that it doesn't last long, but for me this is surprising because I am not able to smell my fragrances once I put them on. But this is one of those fragrances that I actually am able to smell on myself once I wear it. I had a guy pick it up one day. He wanted it for his wife, so he bought it and he returned it 2 weeks later, and he said it doesn't last 30 minutes. Guys, you should know there's some designer perfumes, even when fragrance is expensive, it doesn't mean it's going to last. If you're going to buy a fragrance, make sure you do your research. It's not my fault that a fragrance will not last on somebody or whatever, because I'm not the one who's manufacturing these fragrances. The thing is, we always talking about skin chemistry, body chemistry. So some fragrances will last on some people, some fragrances will not. So it was just a bit weird, because on me this fragrance lasted, like I was able to smell it like the whole time I was wearing it. So anyway, to each their own, you know, we're all different. But yeah, this is Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. Number 3, we shall talk Versace Crystal Noir, and this is the EDT version. So this one I love this because it doesn't smell like anything else that I own. It's in its own league. It's just quite different, quite unique. So with Versace Bright Crystal, this is a fragrance that is long lasting. So let's just go ahead and check out some of the notes in there. So this one has got warm spices, white florals, coconut, fresh, spicy, lactonic, like, you know, milky nuances or something like that, I think. Yeah, let me just say, so it's got gardenia. So the is what? Okay, from Fragrantica, this is what it says. The central note of the composition is mysterious gardenia, fresh, sensual, luminous, and creamy, reproduced by Headspace technology. Amber and musk in the base make the scent dark and mysterious, very sensual and distinctive. The fragrance was created by Antoine Lee, I don't know if it's Lie, in 2004. So with this one, it's been voted more of a nighttime fragrance, yes, and I do understand because it's deep. You can tell from the notes. But for me, the thing is, when you just spray this one, you get the coconut right off. It's deep, and it's kind of like, with this scent, like less is more. Don't wear more, because it will end up choking you, because the more it stays on your skin, the more it gets to get stronger. That's how it behaves on my skin. So I want to believe like most people have that experience. But it's got white florals in there. Is it white florals or yellow florals? Let me just check again. So white florals. So right off when I smell it, it's coconut, and then it's kind of giving me a suntan lotion kind of vibe. I think it's the coconut, but with me, my experience is it's as deep as it is, like it's luminous, it's sensual. There's just some kind of note in there. I don't know what it is. I can't pin it down. Maybe it's the white florals that still managed to keep this scent, to give this scent kind of like a fresh vibe to it. So it's sensual, it's luminous, it's warm, but still manages to remain fresh. So I would definitely recommend this for like, it would pass for day wear also, not only nighttime but even day wear. So probably cold days, humid days, there's just something about it that still makes it lean towards the fresh side. So yeah, as much as this is a nighttime scent, believe me, it works wonders during the night, because I've worn this before, like to a night out. I think it was a dinner date or something like that. Yeah, it was date night, and it just smelled so good. My husband was like, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? It was fantastic. But try it during the day, but just a little bit of it, not so much. I think this would work. Let's talk Olympea. Olympea is a fragrance that I wanted and loved for the longest time. So what happened with Olympea was, I was supposed to get Olympea like years ago, but because most of my buys are blind, like, you know guys, perfume in my country is really expensive. It's only now that we're getting to receive perfume like online. You can order online and you can get perfume from the UK or from the US. Before, you needed to have somebody who was in the US, you post to their address, and then when they're flying to Zambia, which means maybe you can buy, they're flying to Zambia in 6 months time, you have to wait. What? Because perfume is regarded as dangerous goods. So it wasn't as easy, like, you know. So when you're buying locally, that's why perfume here is so overpriced. So I wanted to buy Olympea for the longest time, and why I didn't was, each time I need to buy a new perfume, I do my research. I'm always reading reviews on Fragrantica. If I'm not watching YouTube videos, I am on Fragrantica. If I'm not satisfied with Fragrantica, I will check Influencer, I will check Makeup Alley for reviews and everything like that. So on Fragrantica, most people said Olympea is, yes, it smells nice, but it doesn't last. And I just thought, who wants to spend money on a fragrance that doesn't last? I mean, if I'm going to spend big bucks, it better be a fragrance that's going to last me like the whole day or half the day. I don't have money to waste. I don't have money to waste. So I put myself off Olympea for the longest time. So one time, like when I was still working, that was like 2 to 3 years ago, a work colleague of mine smelled really nice, really divine. And I was like, what is that you're wearing, girl? And she goes, Olympea. And I was like, does it smell that good? And it even kept me from just testing it. You know how, you know, perceptions and opinions are different. So what I want to tell you now is, sometimes do not listen to the crowd. If you think it's something that would work for you, you know, depending on the notes and whatnot, just go ahead and jump the gun and do it, and let it be your regret. Let it be your mistake than you sleeping on something because of common public opinion, and later, like, you discover that it's that good after all. That's what happened to my Olympea. So yeah, because I smelled it on her, I was like, no, I really need to get it. But I didn't get it just there and then. I waited for like a year or two for me to buy Olympea. And what happened was, like, it was Mother's Day, and hubby was like, what would you like for Mother's Day? So he never wants to buy me perfume as a gift because he says I have too many bottles. Like, who is there even such a thing as too much perfume? Like, on which planet? But anyway, so we went to the mall. He gets his watches from Stearns, so he had to buy me a watch from Stearns. And so Edgar's was open, and I said, can I just check Edgar's, please? Mother's Day, because I know in SA they're always having, you know, price cuts on fragrances and everything. So I went in there and I found Olympea was like a 20% off. I was like so happy, and I bought my Olympea then. So I'm still really, really happy to have this fragrance. This is like one of the best fragrances ever to me. I will talk about designer perfumes. You won't find me talking about niche fragrances because I don't know where to get niche fragrances here. I don't know where. I don't even think I would buy a fragrance that's worth $300. They don't do niche fragrances here. So mostly it's designer. And this is why you see me talking about all like my fragrances will just be designer, if not designer, celebrity. Though I only have about 3 or 4 celebrity fragrances, but anyway, enough blabbing. So that's Olympea. So Olympea has got, let's look at the notes of Olympea. Where are you? Okay, got you. So Olympea has got vanilla, it's salty, it's got white florals, it's woody, it's balsamic. So with this one, yes, the salt is there right off, and salt just makes a fragrance so interesting. So I can smell the vanilla in there. I can get the white florals. I guess that's where that ends. So we on Fragrantica, most people voted this for like day wear. So I would say cold days, like not sunny days. No, because this, you probably just miss the beauty of it. You miss its beauty if, like, you know, overwhelming heat. I don't think this fragrance would survive. So yes, during the day, but it has to be cool or cold days, and during the night time, cool nights, or, you know, summer nights, I think this would work. This is not a skin scent, but it's not also like a bomb. Like, it's not that potent, it's not that decadent, but this is just beautiful. It's there on your skin. It won't disappear. It will create a blanket around you that is just so good smelling. Everybody, this will get you compliments. This smells so good, guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is Olympea by Paco Rabanne. Next up, we have Scandal. Scandal by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Scandal by Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is a honey bomb. The first time I bought it, I was like, what did I just do? This just smells like honey to me. Like, I didn't even want to wear this during the day. I just thought I would have bees swarming around me like the whole day. But only later on, I think maybe when I let it sit for a while, because I hadn't used it for like 6 months or so. And then when I tried it again, it smelled so beautiful. At least I could detect some, white florals in the background and honey. And it's a very, very sweet fragrance, very, very long lasting. This lasts like forever. It smells so good. When you wear this, it will just fill up the room. So you can wear it like during the day, but it has to be maybe like just 2 spritzes and you're good to go. If you do more than that, you're just going to, call attention to yourself. So, Scandal, what is in there? Let's see. Okay, so honey, yes. Sweet, check. White florals, check. Citrus, patchouli. Oh, this has patchouli. I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that. I'm used to the patchouli in Angel, that polarizing, dominant patchouli. I didn't know this had patchouli. So this one has been voted more of a nighttime. I do agree, but it's split like half and half, nighttime, daytime. But if you have to use this during the day, please make sure that you minimize your pss, pss, pss. Maybe just pss, pss, and you're good to go. But during the night, spray with abandon, but it's still strong. So don't make it too strong that you will make people around you uncomfortable. So Scandal by Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is what? Oh, this is a Sharper Floral. Oh, okay. Sharper Floral. That is Oriental. Let's talk Angel, guys. Thierry Mugler. Let's talk Angel. So this Angel, like you've noticed, I guess you kind of seeing that my bottle is different. You're used to that star. So I think this is Angel Rising Stars, but it smells the same. I think this is a refillable bottle. I'm not really too sure. So Angel is by Thierry Mugler, and then was Thierry Mugler. So this one is really potent, polarizing, patchouli heavy fragrance. This is what started the Gourmand trend. Like, everybody just followed behind Angel. This is a love or hate it fragrance, but I do look at how much I have used, guys. Like, I really do like it. I really do. Like, this is way long lasting. Like, one time I wore it, I was traveling, that time I was still living in Dola. So I was traveling from Dola to Lusaka, and we started off, so driving to Lusaka. So we started off at around 6, got to Lusaka like 14, because we're making stops and doing what and getting selfies and whatnot. It was like a proper road trip. So when I got to Lusaka, that was like about 2 p.m. Yeah, 2 p.m. and my sister came to pick me up, and she was like, is that you? Smelling so good. Oh my God, you smell so good. This lasts a very, very long time. So I do believe this has got some. So apart from patchouli, it's got chocolate in there. That's all I can remember. Just wait. Hold on. Okay, so let's go so this is an Oriental Vanilla. So we'll go to just the notes. So it's got bergamot, melon, coconut, mandarin, orange, jasmine, cassis, cotton candy, pineapple. Middle notes are caraway, nutmeg, honey, apricot, blackberry. The list goes on, guys. This is so complex. It has so many notes in here. For me, I can't say, I don't know, I'm on the fence on this one. I'm not saying I dislike it. No, this is a fragrance I wouldn't give away. I wouldn't even sell it. I am not saying I hate it. No, I don't. So I'm in between like and love, because this is just one that each time I spray and my husband walks into the room and he will say, what did you spray? That smells so good. This garners compliments, but do not spray this like in an enclosure. Like, let me say you're on a taxi, you're just in a car, windows are closed, and you spray this. Believe me, you will choke. You need air for this one. It's that potent. If you don't like it too strong, probably what you would do is spray maybe like a few hours before you put on your attire. Then it would have mellowed and it won't be as strong as on initial spray. So this is Angel by Thierry Mugler. One of my most worn fragrances, I guess, because I don't really use up fragrances, but for me to put this dent in there, it should tell you something. Next up is Givenchy Play EDP. So this one, I had one bottle at first, I sold it. I really haven't given it a full wear, but this is an Oriental. Let me just double check that. So this is an Oriental floral. It's sweet, it's floral, it's got white florals, woody, balsamic. So this one, that woodiness to me comes off as a bit powdery. It is sweet, very sweet, and it's kind of got that kind of like smoky vibe to it. I won't talk about longevity or sillage because I haven't really given it a full wear, so I really don't want to lie, guys. When I do, probably I'll do an update and tell you like what the performance is on this fragrance. So let's see, that has disappeared. Okay, so this one, most people voted it as daytime appropriate. So I guess so. I guess it would. With some of these Orientals, you know, sometimes they work better during the day because the heat just amps up the sweetness. Just like in Gucci Flora. Like when you wear Gucci Flora in warm weather, oh my God, it just blooms and becomes amazing. So next up is a fragrance by Montblanc, and this is Lady Emblem Elixir. I love this bottle, guys. I just think it's so pretty. It doesn't stand up, so it has to lie down like this. This is sweet. This is the one that I said in my previous video smells or reminds me of Lancôme Midnight Rose. This is also rose based, so I guess that's why I get the same kind of vibe. So let's see about this one. Lady Emblem Elixir. This is a sharper floral, which is Oriental again. So sharper floral, it's woody, it's got rose, it's got florals, it's powdery, warm, spicy, fruity. So this one has got so it's got pepper, it's got lychee, mandarin. So this goes off syrupy sweet the same way that Midnight Rose does. So when you spray this, it's like syrupy sweet. Give it a few minutes and then the you know, this fragrance morphs and then you can get more notes out of it. So as opposed to the raspberry in Midnight Rose, in this one you get lychee. So I guess that's where you know, you get the sweetness. I guess it's got vanilla, it's woody, you can smell a bit of musks in there. I was supposed to review this fragrance in my part 1, so I did test it, spread it on my skin. Unfortunately, the performance wasn't that great. So when I give it, I guess it will last a bit longer on clothes, but on skin, performance is not great. Same opinion I get from reviewers on Fragrantica. So I will see when I give it a full wear how it's just going to perform. Number 9 is a fragrance by Kenzo, and this is Kenzo La Parfum Satin. This one comes in 3 versions. I think there's one which comes as a cologne or just spray or splash or something like this, but this one comes as oil. So it's big, it's a perfume. Lord, can I just sip? Yeah, thanks. Ooh, lovely. So this one comes as an oil. It's not alcohol and oil. This one is just oil. When you spray it, it's just a big stain of oil on your skin. So this one is to me, I think this one is supposed to be lactonic or savory. Just hold on, maybe it's not the one, but I just feel like I've been wanting another between this and the original Kenzo flower. I'd probably get this because the original Kenzo flower is just a bit too screechy, but with this one there's just some this one is modest and there's a certain appeal to it, like, you know, it's just mellow, it's class, it's classy. Yeah, there's some type of class about this fragrance. So it's modest, it's not that strong, and yet it's not so subtle, but it's there. So with this one, this is a floral woody mask. It's powdery, floral. It's got almonds, vanilla, musky, rose. So I can't smell any of those. I think I can pick up some of the almond. So I've been wanting to purchase another Kenzo perfume, and this is Kenzo Amore, and that one I know has got some kind of like rice pudding kind of thing going on, and I just feel like deep down it just feels like they're the same scent. So if you've used Kenzo Amore, can you please advise me how does that smell, because I really can't find a store that carries a tester of Kenzo Amore, and it's been, you know, I've been considering it of late. So last but not least, I included this fragrance because it's an honorable mention. Is that how you say it? Like, is that how YouTubers say it, like an honorable mention? So this is Fantasy Rocker Femme by Britney Spears. So I do own the original Fantasy, and I find that one very screechy, very sweet. This I'm only mentioning if you had to put a designer name to it, like Christian Dior or you know, Paco, Rabanne, or Jean-Paul Gaultier. Guys, this would sell like hotcakes. Like, this is so, you know, sophisticated, so much better than the original Fantasy. It's just so nice, very gourmand, very beautiful. When you spray it or when you smell it, it goes on more like the original Fantasy, but this is way toned down. So instead of the kiwi in the original Fantasy, in this one they put, I think it's coconut cream. Let me just double check that. Yeah, so this one, the notes say it's sweet, it's got vanilla, it's lactonic, coconut, fruity. So wait. Okay, so it's got blackberry liquor and coconut cream, violet, gardenia, jasmine, and blah 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 and blah. This one also lasts. It's not as long lasting as the original Fantasy, but it does last. This one is more, I think, nighttime, cool weather, because it's more close to your skin, or like a skin scent, than the screechy loud original Fantasy. So this one is beautiful, guys. Very, very beautiful. I can see it has a high rating on Fragrantica. What's its score? So it's 4.16 out of 5. That should tell you something. So this one smells so good. When you get this, don't be disappointed like when you smell the original Fantasy. Give it some time. Give it time to just morph and get into itself. This is a totally different twist of Fantasy, more mature, more beautiful, more sophisticated. I do love this. I think I do honestly prefer this to the original Fantasy. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I've seen that there's so much support. You guys are watching, but you are not subscribing. So please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, but most of all, subscribe. So for me, it's good night, and I will see you in my next video.